Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build, but this speed build is the last speed build of build month. It has come to an end. This is the last one, and I did plan on having another one, but we need to prioritize this month's work as well. So yeah, busy few weeks ahead of me, so we'll just have time to do this snazzy little apartment here. As you can see, it's in 702 Zen View. Nothing zen-like about the apartments, but it's called Zen View. And my initial thought on this one was I'm going to create this like wabi-sabi apartment, and it's going to be amazing AF. So this is how we started off here, and it got more and more not wabi-sabi by the end because of lack of items to make said wabi-sabi feel. So yeah, I kind of have decided this is going to be a Japandi apartment instead of a wabi-sabi one. I would love to be able to. So I wanted like this mix between, I just think there isn't enough, well, it's not there isn't enough. I didn't have the items in my game to complete the look. Like I needed more battered, worn stuff that is aged, and I didn't really have that much. Like I don't have that. Well, wabi-sabi's not always battered and aged, but I feel like it needs a bit of a life or some kind of backstory to it. Is how I envisioned this apartment anyway. But yeah, so we've gone Japandi. So we definitely have influences from Japan and Scandinavia. Scandinavia in terms of the like seating and, well, not this seating. In terms of actually the sofa, I do end up going with yes. And the dining table and the chairs, you could say, were very Scandinavian. So yeah, I just wanted this nice little mix of stuff, and unfortunately I didn't have everything to pull off the look exactly as I pictured it in my head, but you know, with time more items shall be added into my game. This build only uses my CC, the collabs, and I don't even know if I used any of Felix's free content. I had the free content in my game, but I don't think I ended up using it. So yeah, that's the content in this. So as always, all of the CC links required will be in the download post. Early access is available down in the link below. After a month, that will just take you to the public post, and I'll have to remember throughout the next month to publish the what's it called, the builds throughout the month, the public ones, and upload them into the gallery. So if you don't already do it, feel free to follow me on the gallery, which is hey_Harrie, and yeah, then you'll be able to see when I upload all of these items for the public. And also, please remember to, if you're looking at my profile, please tick under the advanced search options, include custom content. Otherwise, you're basically only going to see 10 builds. Well, actually, I'm exaggerating. I've done more than 10 CC free builds now. But yeah, so without that, you don't see any of my builds that include custom content, which is just wrong and rude. And I feel like they should have it that CC builds are included by default and you have to tick to not see. I don't know. I wish you could tick it and it stayed on rather than having to re-tick it every time. That's what I wish. So anyway, you can see me being my indecisive self here, trying every single chair and table combination known to man. So yeah, what I do like about this style is the whole mixture of wood tones. So normally I try to kind of stick to this. It's kind of like you use the same wood tone throughout the whole house almost. Well, I try not to too much, but in Japanese builds specifically, they use so many different wood tones all together, and it's just like black, like seriously like black ebony wood with light wood mixed with every different wood color under the sun. So that's what I try to do. But we've kept a light wood, ebony wood, and kind of like a warm wood, the warm wood that we have. You can see me here struggling with tool and just not doing what I wanted it to do. I don't know if it's because it was up against a wall, I don't know. Also, I changed the layout of this apartment slightly. I changed the location of the stairs. They're normally like right in front of where the door is, but I managed to change them and put them into this little nook, and so they spin around and go up there. But in the process of doing this, I actually managed to remove a window from the build. So the stairs, normally there's a window in front of the stairs, but there's this thing that if you place a stair and then you move it, it takes everything that's like attached to it with it, and it took the window out of the wall that you normally can't edit. And so that wasn't me using tool mod or being able to do it. That was just a glitch. It allowed me to remove a window. So that window's gone. It was kind of weird. It was a full height window and it would have been like clipping through the stairs. So yeah, but don't forget, when you do place these, good tip is to bulldoze the lot first, put on move objects, well, make sure it's on, mine's always on by default, and then to place the build. If you place my apartments without moo enabled, it's going to be a catastrophic mess. You have been warned. So yeah, please don't do that. Just bulldoze the lot first and then place this, and you should be good to go. So yeah, and this one I've used EA's built-in appliances. Check me out. So my appliances are very specific and designed to go into my brownstone, because I wanted them flush. No, they were still the same size. No, I made it because there was this extra lip detail on the brownstone. The appliances go higher than they normally would. Normally they sit underneath the counter, but I made them go all the way to the top. So they're not going to be usable for... Well, actually, I've seen people use them, but please don't. Now that there's EA ones, please use the EA ones when you want to do a built-in appliance look that isn't using my brownstone. Thank you, please, thanks. Those are like a more generic appliance, but also I do love their stovetop, the gas one. Yeah, I decided to go gas for this one rather than the other super shiny induction one. Please ignore the colours that you see this kitchen in at the moment, because after finishing this entire kitchen, I took a break for dinner after doing the downstairs, and I looked at this. I always turn the camera off and then kind of do a once through without having to worry about spinning said camera all the time. And I was like, this kitchen just didn't look like it belonged to the rest of the apartment. So the rest of the apartment, I was like, the rest of the apartment really has a lot of this pale wood is like the predominant feature of it. I think I end up going through and changing it so that there is wood in the kitchen as well, but also then all of the warm wood being all over the place didn't match with me either. I have some warmer tones on the seating, but it's just like a tiny splash of detail. It was just a bit overwhelming in this kitchen. Not overwhelming per se, but just didn't match with the rest of the apartment. And we like cohesion, you know? I can't have it in real life, but in The Sims I can. So yeah, I'm just using the shelves. So in this kitchen I've actually used 3 different kitchens worth of stuff. We've got the country collection shelves, the kitchen counters, and also the Jardine ones, because we purposely made them fit exactly onto the same footprint. They use the same worktop, so they fit in seamlessly here. And I do end up making these Jardine ones actually black as an accent. You'll see it in these screenshots afterwards. And then I change the warm wood kitchen units to a midwood tone, so it ends up being midwood and black. And then I changed, also, wow, so many changes. I changed the island unit to be black marble. So there's like an accent, because a lot of the places in, like, a lot of the wood in here is black, light wood. So that's what we did. We went with black and light wood tones in this kitchen in the end. So yeah, ignore this. It looks great. Any other place, very nice. But unfortunately, I'd already done the other 2 rooms and it just didn't match. You see, it's kind of like disjointed. There's all kind of one tone in this room, and then you get into the kitchen and it's just like, Also not helped by the fact that the lighting in the kitchen is like bright white, versus the lighting in here is kind of more yellow, which I don't quite understand how. Because I think it was before I even put those Star Wars lights there. So, I say Star Wars, Journey to Batuu, I'm going to be very professional about it. Do proper names. And also, that spandrel is just goals. It's so gorgeous. And they have different designs in that one that came with Snowy Escape, so I would use it all the time, please. Yeah, so this has a little bonus of having a balcony out here, and I was really struggling with thinking, what would I do out here? Is there going to be some kind of activity? Am I just going to put a hot tub? And I thought, no, this out here is going to be a bit more natural, and we're going to have gardening stuff out here is what we decided. So I ended up putting some planters. That's the word, not plants, something. Planters. It's 10:15. My voice is probably like several octaves lower than normal because I've still got morning voice. But yeah, it's cute out here, and it kind of looked a bit Japanese with doing those thingies on the wall. I do change the wallpaper because that was just jarring with me. So I changed it to the same wallpaper that is in the interior. Yeah, I wish you could kind of customize the size of the balcony, but unfortunately you can't. And then I put a column there to kind of hide the join of where the new wallpaper meets the standard one. And then I couldn't do it on the other side because the game just wants to be rude to me like that. So anyway, I haven't even mentioned how many bedrooms are in this. This, like all the greatest builds on earth, has only one bedroom because it's me. Want your family homes? Go somewhere else. No, I'm joking. I did a family build like last week or the week before. No, the week before. It had like 4 bedrooms, even a baby and a toddler bedroom. I don't know what came over me, but yeah. So we were still trying to do this wabi sabi. It feels a bit like it. It's like an elevated wabi sabi. So some stuff is more wabi-sabi than others, We couldn't quite follow through the whole time. And you can see I kept in all my indecisiveness because the video was only 20 minutes. So I thought, hey, let's just keep this in. And you can see how many times I change something, and I look and I re-look, and then I look some more, and then I change some more. So yeah, this is what we went with. 1 marble and 1 wooden block side table. So what I was trying to do there was like change the wallpaper, the accent wall, and there is actually my favorite wallpaper of all time is the unbent concrete. It's what I used actually as the texture for my concrete for next month. So yeah, I have next month for the bathroom set, I have concrete walls, like a plain one, and I have a grooved one. So they actually are the unbent concrete texture. And when I was investigating in the game, I was trying to look at like concrete textures for my wallpapers to overlay, and then I realized that actually there's one from Jungle Adventures that is exactly the same texture, and I was like, oh, how did I never notice this? The reason I never noticed it, and the reason why I don't use them together, is because the Jungle Adventures one, like, they put the texture on slightly stronger, and like they put that normal map. The normal map is like, it makes it look like there's depth to it, like it makes the walls look bumpy and textured, and their normal map on their wall is like strong, and then they put like the shiny specular on it. So it like, I don't use those walls because they're just too shiny. So yeah, it's a shame that I can't combine the two, but if you're looking for a shinier version of this, if this is what tickles your pickle, then yeah, the Jungle Adventure one is exactly the same concrete, but it's just shinier. I don't know. That's why I never use it, because it's too shiny. But there are some absolute classics in base game actually that I can't live without, and that unbent concrete texture is not, what's it called? Unbent smoothness. I think that's what it's called. It's delightful. So yeah, the walls in this build are only base game. I'm saying this and you're going to need a whole lot of other packs, but there is a lot of custom content in here. So yeah, if you only have base game and city living, there might be a few things missing, like this That's From Fitness pack, but predominantly not. You know, all of our CC most of the time is base game compatible, apart from the things that need like functional animations from other packs. So yeah. Also, as and when I do sectional sofas, the sectional sofas will have to require Dream Home Decorator, because they haven't been added into base game yet. Normally you can make stuff base game compatible because you can, this is a very boring lesson, you can export the tuning and the rigs and the slots of said object that requires a pack, and you can import them into the equivalent base game item and it will work just the same, as long as it doesn't need animations that came with that pack. So like, for example, if there was a chair that was, I don't know, actually no, that's not a very good example, it's a terrible example. But anyway, I can't do base game versions of sectional sofas just because there isn't one in the base game that I can use, because you know they have the little selector bits, the different pieces. Yeah, they don't have that in the base game. So I know they've added it, that in the future they could quite easily add them into the base game. They've made it a base game item, like the tuning and all the technical bits around it are base game compatible, but they haven't added one in yet, so I can't do that. So yeah, as and when, you'll need Dream Home Decorator. And I have to say, in this build I managed to use Dream Home Decorator quite a little bit, I think. Or did I? I think in this room I went a bit Dream Home Decorator crazy. I say that and there's probably like 2 items from it, but yeah. So I've envisioned that this person is in the music industry, so I've put a little home studio office in here. You know, they've got the mixing station there, they've also got a piano where they're going to do their little, you know, write their songs and stuff. And yeah, this is when I realized that Dream Home Decorator existed again, and I put 2 items from it including this artwork on the wall as well. And in this I have got 2 bathrooms, so there's the ensuite that goes with the master bedroom, and then there is another bathroom up here that's for any guests that come visit, so they don't have to walk awkwardly for your master suite to get to it. So yeah, and you see in this I've been using the tool mod for little tiny adjustments. I'm trying to get used to it. I'm still annoyed that I have to press Shift T and twice because I'm that lazy, but I'm sure I'll get over it. So little things like, I think I find it really useful to size up rugs and artwork. I think those are my 2 things that I really, yeah, I find it most useful to size up those items. You won't be seeing some kind of crazy futuristic build for me anytime soon, or ever really, using loads of repeated items, using the tool mod and stuff like that. So yeah, I just like it to add those tiny little details so everything fits in. I don't have to go, oh my god, that looks ginormous, it just doesn't fit in. So yeah, more using of the bathroom. Next month I really wanted to use my current work in progress in here, but I didn't. It was very good. And yeah, so I think I'm happy with this. I think I would use this for my own personal game page, to be quite honest. And I have used some Star Wars items you can see on the wall. Like I did this little extra ring thing with the light in it, and I've used it in the main entrance. So yeah, I was trying to use Star Wars. I was hoping Star Wars would have some worn items that I could do the wabi-sabi look for, but they didn't have that many. It's all a bit metal rather than wood. Anyway, yay, screenshots. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everyone on Patreon for supporting this month and making this build month possible. And I will be back very soon with some early access builds. Bye guys.